Yes, and
Do you like here?
I've already fallen in love, especially because of the sports. You know, during the summer you can fish, you can swim, you can jet ski, everything. In the winter you can ski. You know, and it seems like a paradise to me. So I think it was beautifully done. I mean, I don't take any credit for it because it was, you know, Tan Lao-shi was, you know, he really knows what he's doing, and it's something, the way he presents everything, you know, the way the entire package, you know, from the concert to the presentation, you know, to the visuals, and it's a privilege for me to work under him, and you know, so we've done it a couple times already, like 5 times, but I think tonight's was the best one. I relate to it in a martial arts sense. I've done it for martial arts for you know, 17 years. I've done Konsho Da for 17 years, and it makes sense to me. You know, the music, the movie, everything kind of makes it feels natural to me, and not just kind of like as a, you know, as a spectacle, but because it really, you know, it's part of me, and I think that's why I love it so much. See, okay, now I have my personal opinions, but you know, thankfully they happen to coincide with Tan Lao-shi's ideas. You know, and I don't know if you notice, there are actually 2 violins, right? One is detuned to sound more like an erhu. So erhu, like, he explains the erhu and violin as a kind of yin and yang. You know, male and female, traditional, modern, kind of illusion versus reality. You know, this kind of juxtaposition between 2 polar opposites. And I think it's by virtue of these 2 instruments, and you know, the way that the violin is so versatile, that they can, you know, they can kind of portray the 2 sides. You know, in the hero. The movie itself, you know, there's a lie, right? The illusion.
Yeah.
I'm giving spoilers here now, right? I'm giving spoilers, but there's an illusion aspect. You know, the first half is Jet Li's character, you know, telling the story, but it's completely fake.
Yeah.
And then the second half is the reality. So there's always this kind of juxtaposition, and the music complements it so well like that, I think.
Why you changed to another violin during the show? Is there like any difference between that 2 violin?
The tones are actually different. Or the tones as in the tuning. So the first one is not a normal violin, and it's detuned.
Okay.
Normal violin has a G, D, A, and E strings.
Okay.
But they changed it to C, C, F, C to sound it more like an erhu. Erhu is, you know, 2, so it's 2 strings, so it's C and F now, and then the other one, you know, has the normal strings. So yeah.
The last question is, how do you think about Tandun?
He's been a great friend and mentor for, you know, the only few years actually that I've known him, but I feel so fortunate always to be working under such a visionary like him, and you know, he's a great family friend as well. We have a lot of family connections together, but you know, as a professional, the way he conducts himself on stage, rehearsal, backstage, you know, around, you know, these social functions as you see behind us, he's a complete artist in that sense. Not, you know, I mean, I'm just looking up at him, but he's a complete artist in the sense that he knows he's covered all the bases, you know, and yet he also has conviction in his music and his art, and I think that's something very powerful, and I try to always learn from that, and I think so. He's kind of my, you know, that's why I call him Lao-shi. So yeah.
Thanks very much. Thanks for accepting our interview, and I hope you're gonna come to New Zealand soon to give another concert. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.